Welcome back to Arizona Business Spotlight. I'm your host, Helen Gibson, and look what I found. Smart Window Creations. Look how easily that does that. Aileen Smart is joining me in studio right now. Welcome.
Thank you.
This is not only fun, but it's safe.
It's safe.
You know, there's an important subject that we need to talk about that a lot of people don't always want to talk about, but I'm a big safety first, and the thing I love about Hunter Douglas is they have been proactive and created blinds that don't have the cords. And October is Child Safety Month, and you know, different articles have been mentioning that, you know, 5 times, you know, it's one of the top 5 hazards for children's, you know, deaths are related to getting their necks wrapped around those cords. And so Hunter Douglas was very proactive and created this beautiful shade. Look how easy that opens and closes and no cords. So yes, Child Safety Month, you know, one of the top 5 hazards. So Hunter Douglas is one of the top name brands.
And they're one of the leaders in creating shades that are child safe. It's hugely one of their priorities.
Yes.
As well as safety with all of their products are what they call Green Guard Gold certified. That means the off-gassing that you don't even know is happening doesn't happen with theirs. And theirs is all made in the United States and designed and made right here, which is something I love.
Right.
Is to be representing something that's really here, made in the USA.
Made in the USA. Show us, we have a couple other different versions that people can put, we're talking about for business or home.
Yes.
So this is
a honeycomb shade, and this is what they call light rays. It's another cordless.
Look at that.
Like that. But it also does what we call top down. So here in Sedona, we have most of our views are at the top of the window.
Yes.
And so this is fabulous because you can just push it up and down and see the top of your window.
I love that. Top down.
Yeah,
and the honeycomb, and light can come in, but it's also giving you some of the shade.
Yes, it's what's called semi-opaque. So light comes through it, but it's totally private.
Right.
So that when your window's covered, you are private.
I like that. And then if you want to just peek out at the mountains or whatever, you can just
and
top
something
down.
that people really love as well is they can create their own view by putting it down where they want. And they can also have partially covered. So they can run around in the morning in their jammies and feel totally private and not worry. And insulating, it's one of the most fabulous insulating products. This particular fabric, I don't know if you can see that, but inside of it, there's a cell inside the honeycomb cell, and that cell is an extra insulation. It's one of the top rated ones on the market as well. So
insulation, and there we have a picture of the inside.
It's called Architella.
Architella. So we've got insulation, we've got light coming in, and we have privacy, and we have safety. If you have children in your home, what more could you ask for? Hunter Douglas, that's why they're the leaders, innovators in window coverage.
It looks pretty too.
And it's gorgeous. Gorgeous different colors.
All kinds of fabrics and textures. There's lots of choices available, and one of my jobs is to assist the client in understanding what
they need. And so like right here, they might need drapes.
Right.
And so there you've incorporated the top down, and we have drapes as well. So people can go to your website, smartwindowcreations.com, and they can see some of the portfolio or different things that you work on. And here's the opaque. Look at that top down and the light. You can still, you have privacy, but you still have some light coming in the room.
And that would, again, that would be the semi-opaque. Opaque is actually technically what room darkening. When people go, I want my bedroom dark.
Right, that's the opaque.
Yes.
So semi-opaque. I always say you don't know what you don't know, and that's why it's important to have somebody that's an expert. Smart Window Creations. You cover all of Verde Valley. I know people live in Sedona, Prescott, Jerome, Cottonwood.
Yeah.
They
everywhere.
can call.
Absolutely.
All right, 928-204-9041.
Correct.
And what does the consultation look like? Do you come into the home and sit down at the table and bring all your different materials, or can they come into the studio, or?
Well, actually, I operate from my home office.
Okay.
So I take everything to my clients.
So you are the studio.
I am.
I love that.
And so what we do
private,
first
personal.
is to do a little walkabout of the house. And they tell me what's important to them. There's form, function, and budget, always. And
Form,
so
function, and budget. That's smart.
it is.
Coming from Smart Window Creations.
After 15 years, there's a few things that I've learned.
I was going to say, how long have you been in business? Because Arizona Business Spotlight, it's all about encouraging entrepreneurship, innovation, and people owning their own business like what you're doing, being your own boss. That's everyone's dream. And you're doing it. You're living the dream.
I am, and it was something that was my dream for a lot of years. And then all of a sudden, it just opened up, and
It's a process, though, isn't it?
it is.
Like a website, a phone number, a game plan.
There's a lot to it. A lot of hours, and there's hard work to make it happen. Yet, I love it. I love being able to decide. If I wanted to work till midnight, I do. If I don't, I don't. If I want to sleep in, I do. And
You're making me smile. I want that.
we create all of our own exactly the way we want it.
So when you go into the home and you have that consultation and you do your assessment, then you sit down with a game plan, form, function, and budget. And it's also, that could even be a platform release, so to speak, that you can say, all right, we're going into the winter, so we probably need to work on this room of the house for insulation, or in the summer's coming up. If people want to stage it out, it's, and I think that a lot of people don't partake in opportunities because they might get overwhelmed, like renovation is just too much. But you're going to work with them.
Right, and that's, again, part of my job. One of my most important things is to assist them with all the products that are on the market. And I listen to what's important to them. Once I understand that, then I kind of just eliminate some products because they're not going to do what they want. And then, yes, if they need to do one room at a time, then that's what we do.
Right. So it's custom designs from people who listen.
Yes.
And you curate all the information for the window creations that are out there. And it would take me probably a lifetime because I'm not versed in window treatments. So I didn't even know the difference between opaque and semi-opaque. So see, right?
And
I need help.
Sometimes terminology is something that we do go over so that we're speaking the same language. It comes out much better. And people don't always realize how much there is out there.
Let's do a couple more of these. I am fascinated with the ease of these blinds, how I opened and closed at the beginning of the show.
This one's going to be a little more challenging because
I love the color.
Sitting down, much easier when you have brackets holding it in the window, right? So
I'm glad you brought these, though, because I'm a visual learner. I need to see it.
Oh, me too. I'm definitely Miss Visual for sure.
That was just a light tug.
You just release, there's a little locking mechanism up there, and you just release that lock so it comes down by itself. And then you take, and it pumps up inside here. The string does up inside the headrail.
Look at that.
And then it just goes back up.
You know, I love window treatments, but I would get so frustrated with the strings and the pulling and the things, and then they get twisted, and this solves all that. And we have one more?
We have one more. This one is a brand new one, which is like a roller shade, but it has kind of honeycomb type.
Very pretty.
Yeah. So, and it comes in semi-opaque and opaque, so it can be room darkening as well.
There we go. Room darkening. That would be where I would be like telling you. I want light to come in. I want top down. I'm learning the vernacular. And then we just talk about all these different things and color selections. And I also know that you also do some customized bedroom bedding, right?
We do. We do bedding and some reupholstery. A lot of times people will say, I want draperies in here. Sometimes it's just panels for dressing up the window, and sometimes they're actually functioning drapes. And then they maybe will have a little bench or a couch or something that they want to also recover so that it all coordinates. So we do that, yeah.
You know, we spend most of our life inside our homes, and beautiful windows make a house a home. It's just that extra little accent, isn't it?
It does. And my favorite part of what I do is for people, working with people and making a positive difference in their life. I don't just put blinds in windows. My intention is to make a difference in their life. So when I'm not attached to what they buy, I'm attached to them being happy when they're done.
Yes.
Which is very important. It's very important to me.
And they can come home and decompress and walk around. They have their privacy. They can see the view. They have the insulation. The color's right, and it was your creation, Smart Window Creations. So, Aileen, thank you for dedicating your life to that. That's a great cause.
Thank you.
We will be back with more Arizona Business Spotlight in just a moment.